comes to East Coast music, reggae isn't the first thing that normally comes to mind, but this band here is going to change that. This is Papa Ya from Moncton. Welcome to BuzzMoncton, folks.
Thank you.
We have Clément on guitar and vocals, and Jeremy on the drums. Ashley looks after the keyboards, and Mark is the bass player. And so, boy, what a great group of musicians you guys make. Having seen you a couple of times, you really know how to get things going. And your reggae sound is so authentic. Somehow, has anybody been to the islands? Have you been to Jamaica? Anybody?
No, we can't say we have, but we did spend a lot of time, exploring it and studying it, I guess.
Has reggae always been a passion that you guys wanted to do, or was it a decision that was made after the collective came together?
Well, me and Clem have been playing reggae together for about 10 years, just, because I was gone for a lot of years, and when I'd come home, we would, hang out, and, I mean, it's both of basically our favorite styles of music in a certain sense, like you said, it's not the kind of style you think of when you think of Moncton, but I think that almost added to it for us. I always felt like it was exotic that I listened to reggae, but I really ended up loving it like in a true sense, and so we get together over the years, play reggae, and it just grew and grew. And when finally I moved back to Moncton, we'd had Mark at a party one time jamming with us, because we had a little reggae band about 10 years ago, and Mark had on the bass, and we looked at each other. We were like, "Man, this guy knows."
It's a good approach. It's a good approach.
Because it's hard. It's like it's a rare thing, right? It's like someone just happens to know how to play jazz clarinet. It's not the thing you come across every day. So never forgot that. And then a couple of years ago, the three of us started talking like, "Hey, let's start a reggae band." And at first it was just kind of like for fun. And then we just noticed we wanted to practice all the time. Things evolved, started getting more serious, writing songs. And then we're like, okay, we need a fourth member because we love harmonies. A lot of that Motown kind of harmony, the harmonies from the 70s. Jamaican music is full of harmonies, and so we found Ashley, and it was like, it completed the, the clubhouse. It really did. So now we're solid, the four of us. And
yeah, it's fantastic. You mentioned that reggae is something you guys were always enjoyed, even as music fans. It would be probably your first choice to listen to. Who are the artists are you trying to emulate anyone at all, or would you say that there's certain artists that actually inspired your sound?
I mean, trying to not emulate is the hardest thing, but it's hard to get away from
from your favorites.
The greats. Like the greats are the greats, as cliche as it is. If you listen to like the history of like Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, Bunny Wailer, and that school they came from, and the whole history of their recordings, it's undeniably, some of the finest music ever produced from that region. And, I'm wearing a Bob Marley shirt now, and everyone knows Bob Marley, and they know, maybe a certain album that was very commercial. But it's like cliches. Cliches are cliches because they work. They're a lot of them are true, right? It's universal. So, yeah, like that whole era between like the late 60s and mid 70s, Bob Marley, those guys.
It's gold, right? It's just gold.
And like Lee Scratch Perry, Gladiator.
But still, some of our favorites are still the new ones who are just upcoming, like Chronix or Jat 9. These, young, fresh people from Jamaica too, or even all over from the UK. There's a lot of reggae coming out there. So there's all these different kind of approaches to it. And we just like being right open to it all.
Right on. Papa Ya. You got to explain to me how that name came together. Papa Ya.
Well, we kind of argued over name for like 2 years.
2 years? Seriously?
Yeah, because we rehearsed for about 2 years before kind of really starting, deciding to play a show and stuff. And it was one thing like during break, we're like, okay, what do we call it? And we'd laugh, and it was kind of a running joke that we couldn't figure out a name that everyone agreed on.
We always had a name for 2 weeks, kind of.
Yeah, it was always like, me and him liked one, he didn't, and then they liked one, I didn't. And then I wrote a song called Mama Ya, and I was playing it a lot at my house because I was recording and doing the pre-production for it. Okay. And my son says, "Oh, Papa, like, you have this song called Mama Ya. How about you should have a song called Papa Ya?" Like Mama, Papa, right? Because a lot of our themes are about family. We're all parents as well. We have 7 children between us. And,
seriously?
Yeah.
I never would have guessed.
Yeah. And so he said Papaya, and it just clicked. And next rehearsal, I talked to the band. I said, "What do you think of Papaya?" And it was instant. He liked it. And In Spanish, it can kind of loosely translate as like "I'm a father," right? So there's definitely, it reflects. It sounds kind of exotic, like the fruit, and we're three fathers, and you know she's a mother. It's very, you know,
Yeah.
It just fit right away.
Sure. Yeah,
It sounds cool, papaya. You know, it
Just
sounds
made sense. Eh?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I know you get some stuff to do before the show tonight, and I know that summer's coming, and that usually means really busy times for bands. So, where do you guys see yourself over the next few months? Any highlights you're looking forward to? Stages you're going to play?
We have a few festivals we're attending this summer. Well, this year tonight is the Afternoon Delight pre-party, so it's kind of an introduction to the festival that's going to happen July 4th in Penobscot, which is going to be a good time, very family friendly. Super fun time then. There's going to be a few festivals around the Atlantic provinces.
I think we're doing Mestival for sure.
Festival.
Yeah, Mestival, and we have some other ones kind of in the works. Nothing confirmed, but we are confirmed to play in Mestival, and yeah, I think it's going to be a
Hoping
good
for
time.
a few more.
Yeah.
Well, thanks guys very much for your time here today. Ashley and Mark and Clément and Jeremy, right? All right. And I'm Terry with BuzzMoncton.com. You'll be sure to check out our events page. We'll let you know where these guys are playing around town, and maybe check out a video or two while you're there as well. See you next time.